Hey guys, back into the video, in the first video of me actually showing with my new shave, which I've had for about 2 days. I just got done watching the first episode of NXT, it's now called V2. Or no, NXT 2.0. Okay, I'm actually glad that it swerved us. While I still am not liking the logo and the colors, I'm glad on one thing. NXT still bringing the A talent. I mean, what we just heard with Joe vacating the NXT title due to injury, that is sad, but a Great 34 match was announced. LA Knight, Tommaso Ciampa, Pete Dunne, and Kyle O'Reilly. In fact, LA Knight was so ready to fight, he actually gave new face to NXT, Braun Breaker, a match. The first match of the night, LA Knight, who is going to put bowling double duty, versus Braun Breaker, yes. And I'll admit, while the guy looked impressive, there was one thing I didn't like about Braun, and that was his attire. It's a spandex with a bunch of colors, yellow, pink, blue. It's something I can probably get used to. Just take a while. Instantly, with the power this guy showed, Braun already is probably my top 20 favorite NXT stars, and probably my new favorite face of NXT, or face to NXT. He beat LA Knight. LA Knight is a global name, mainly as Eli Drake. LA Knight is a former Impact Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion. He's a former Impact Tag Team Champion, a former King of the Mountain Champion. That belt really didn't mean shit. But a $1 Million Champion, the guy's had a great track record in NXT, and he beat him on his first night. Next up, we got a match between Imperium, Marcel and Fabian, versus I can't remember their first names. Briggs and I can't remember, some new country style tag team. Impressive, but unlike the shocker with LA Knight and Braun, I did know that this was going to be an Imperium match. Also, funny that the crowd didn't seem to be behind the new guys. They seemed to be behind Imperium. Interesting. The next match that I can recall, even though I just got done watching the show. Also, this thing they were hyping up, because today was the wedding of Indy Hartwell and Dexter Lumis. I will definitely love talking about that wedding. The next match I can remember was a women's division tag team match. No, the next match was Hit Row's B-Fab in her debut. And here's the thing. With the past two matches, the new faces got an entrance. This match, the new face didn't get an entrance, so I automatically knew who was winning this match, aside from it being B-Fab's first match. It could have been her, 25th match or something like that. And of course, then at Legado del Fantasma entered with Electra something. She looks like freaking Carmen Sandiego to me. And that's not me being insulted. Will you look at that costume that this woman's wearing and compare it to Carmen Sandiego? They're similar as hell. Next, then we had the women's division tag team match between Casey Catanzaro and... God, I can never remember the other one's name. Hold on. Research. Caden Carter, that's it. They took on Gigi Dolan and Jace Jane in a tag match. Also, in this match, we debuted a new look for Mandy Rose, who had 2 weeks ago gotten her nose broken from Saray. I'm just gonna say this. I love the new look for Mandy Rose. Gone is the golden girl. Gone is the gold. She's no longer blonde. She's actually brunette now, with a new attire entirely. I am a fan of this. In an attack, Saray came out and it became a 6-woman tag match with, very impressive, crap, but with Mandy Rose, Gigi, and Jade picking up the win. She doesn't let them get it. Nice. There we go. Next match. Why am I having such a hard time with this? Actually, the next segment actually was Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams. There it is. With a promo about his breakout contract. I have a little feeling that Carmelo might cash in for a tag match against MSK, who are undefeated in standard tag team competition. No one has been able to beat MSK. 6-man tag team action, yes, I think they've lost at least one match. But in standard 2-on-2 tag matches, I believe MSK has remained undefeated since coming to NXT in the Dusty Classic. That's insane, man. Yo, Carmelo Hayes now showing a new edge to his personality, a new kind of heelish attitude. No, just a chip, more ruthless aggression. I'm all for it, man. This is what might take him to a title. And during the women's tag match, also Ridge Holland and Pete Dunne attack Kyle O'Reilly, taking him out of the NXT Fatal 4-Way, being replaced with new face. I can never remember names. I'm sorry. Again, research. If you're wondering how I can forget something I just watched, it's very easy. Von Wagner, there it is. This dude crushed it in his first match in NXT. Yeah, the Fatal 4-Way, it delivered then some, man. In fact, I don't have it with me. No, it's in my room. Okay. The winner and new NXT champion, Tommaso Ciampa. As he said in an interview, it's been 908 days since he had to relinquish that belt.
The electrical cord around her neck tells police whoever did this wanted to be sure they finished the job.
I have a remote somewhere.
The officers
there it is. Okay.
Through the house.
Forgot about that little thing with the TV. Okay. A great match, a great Fatal 4-Way, and Von Wagner. It's a name I'm not used to saying, Wagner. Von Wagner pressed the hell out of me. In fact, there were at least 2 moments where I thought he was actually going to win the motherfucker. But then came the moment we'd all been waiting for. The wedding. A wedding in wrestling. What could go wrong? Actually, nothing. This wedding actually went out pretty much without a hitch. Yes, there were 2 incidences I'm going to love talking about. But oh god, I gotta make this fast because my battery's short. Actually, I gotta switch positions of where I'm sitting. Compared to other wrestling weddings, the wedding between Dexter Lumis and Indy Hartwell was very successful. Plus the return of Austin Theory, the son of the way, because they're like the boy's a family gimmick. Very shocking. And apparently Austin Theory was in charge of the rings, and he didn't have the rings. He gave them to Irkman Jiro. What the heck? It's the Japanese wrestler that never takes his jacket off. Yeah, Ikemen Jiro. Or 2-time WUWA World Trios Champion. Become promotion in 2019. Okay. I don't think I've seen him win a match. Ikemen Jiro. I'd be wrong, but I'm not familiar with seeing him winning a lot of matches. Hey in there. Yeah, the rings were in Eichmann's jacket. Smart move. Then came this hilarious scene. The priest asked the question if there's anyone here who thinks these two should not be wed. Speak down forever, hold your peace. Pretty much the entire, at least 75% of the wedding party raised their freaking hand. I think the only few people that didn't raise their hand were Johnny and Candace. I think Austin too. Dexter then pulls his jacket back and reveals he has an axe. Because why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't Dexter Loomis have an axe in his wedding jacket on his wedding day? Then came the vows, and I'll admit I skipped this part because it was just... I knew it was going to be full of stalker jokes and freak jokes about Dexter. Which it was. But then came the part where the priest asked for Dexter to read his vows. And of course, with Dexter Loomis, he doesn't talk. I'm trying to pull it away so you don't see me very pale. I hate this Dwight. Dexter, as we know, doesn't talk. So, he just did this. Pulled an Orange Cassidy with more effort. The priest then says, your bride-to-be just poured your heart out and you have nothing to say. Not a good choice of words, my man. Dexter then goes around to face the priest and chokes him out with the silencing. He chokes out a priest. That's really where the chaos ends, actually. Compared to other weddings in wrestling, that's actually pretty low. The crowd in the wedding party then asks for Regal to be the one to marry them. Regal saying, I can't do that. Beth Phoenix then steps into the ring and says she got authorized by an online course, so she marries them. She asks the question, do you, Indy Hartwood, take Dexter Loomis to be your lawfully wedded husband? She says, I do. She asks Dexter. He does nothing, of course. She said, we'll take that as a yes. Dexter places his hand on the mic, and I swear to God, I'm not making this up. When Dexter finally speaks the first time in his career at NXT since debuting in the breakout tournament of 2019, says his first words, I do. And I swear to God, the pop that those two words got, I swear to God, we're like watching the championship match all over again. But then oh, I never plugged it in. Oh, for sake. I wish I had professional light. I just wish I actually stopped recording during the night. The wedding goes off without a hitch, but then comes this fun thing. Champ is holding Goldie in his arms while Braun Breaker comes out and stares at the title while shaking Ciampa's hand. I can already tell NXT 2.0, a chunk of it is going to be put on this kid's back. They're going to build NXT 2.0 on Braun Breaker. I can tell this. I'm looking forward to it. So, yeah. The Nickelodeon cartoons may have turned some people off. I am one of them. Maybe stupid color scheme. But the stage looks great. The arena looks pretty cool, redesigned. In fact, the whole show, I'd give it a great NXT show. NXT remaining great. The color scheme looks stupid. And this is just a personal thing for me. Rap music should not be the theme song for the show. No disrespecting rap music. But when I think professional wrestling, I'm not... like the theme to open the show I'm not thinking a rap song that has a smooth and calming bass. You know what I mean? Like the rhythm and the vibe around it is very smooth. You know what I mean? It's hard to define, but I think watch the intro, then watch the old intro. You'll get what I mean. A wrestling show should have a rock style intro. That's why I say the best theme song in the past, let's just say 5 years for wrestling, one has been Impact's We Own the Night, which I actually downloaded onto my phone not long after I found that it was there. And the short time that Raw had Skillet's Legendary as their theme. The shows may have sucked, but that's a song where you can get pumped to freaking watch some wrestling, man. A rap song, just to me, doesn't do that. Anyway, that's it for this video. Final result, basically, NXT version 2, thumbs up from me. Later, guys.